Hi, my name is Brett Gibson, and this is my journey with healing.
My name is Dino Fulton, and this is my story of healing.
My name is Aaron Scheller, and this is my wife Shannon, and this is our daughter Paisley. And this is our story about healing.
My story begins back in May of 2018 when on a particular night I began to experience some really difficult cardiac symptoms. My heart was weak, and that I was considered to be in moderate heart failure at the time.
In 2013, 5.5 years ago, I was working up in North Dakota in the oil fields. I was driving an 18-wheeler, and I got hit by a freight train.
So Paisley's actually coming up on her 2-year anniversary of being cancer-free, or remission, technically.
When we were first diagnosed, you really don't know what they're saying to you. You know, there's such a crack in reality that your child, who is 2.5 years old, is diagnosed with something that is fatal, or could be fatal.
My wife and I mustered up enough energy to make it out to the car parked in the parking structure. You know, we just sat and prayed and cried and grieved the news, and we immediately just prayed to the Lord.
They had called my wife, and my wife called her parents and their pastors in the Philippines, and they started praying. And the next nurse that I met, she said, son, you know God's not finished with you yet.
You know, the healing personally for us actually had to come after that she was found to be in remission.
They never prep you as parents at how to deal with it, what your marriage might look like after the fact.
The next day after receiving the news from the doctor, I was led to Psalm 139:16, and the verse that says, all the days are already ordained for me, are written in your book before even one of them came to pass.
And it's a crazy place to be, because we know that we're in remission, and we know that the reality is that it could come back someday, and it could not come back someday. And we have to be okay with whatever the situation is.
You have plans about your future, what you're going to do, and how you're going to experience life. But just like what Tom said last week, God's plans aren't necessarily my plans.
We know that the God that was faithful to get us through the situation will be no matter what the result, God's always faithful.
Even though I haven't had a complete healing of my situation, I trust God.
And I pray that everyone in the church can experience God's miracle working and healing power.
Miracles happen to us.
It's not necessarily the way I wanted it to go, but God has led me down a path that He wants me to go, and I can trust my Lord. I love Him, and I know He loves me.
Yes, God's promises are real. Prayer works. His word is true. And sometimes I think God is just waiting on us to say yes to all that Jesus Christ has done for us on the cross.
There was nothing in us that we could actually change the situation. You know, the only thing that we could do is trust.